And welcome back to Athletic Park here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Up next for the Rockford Rivets to lead this inning off is the first baseman, John Malcolm. 5-6-7 here in the second for the Rockford Rivets, as Malcolm fouled off the first pitch he saw from Travis Lutz. 0-1. That's low for ball one. Travis Lutz has pitched 6 full innings so far, striking out 6, has allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned coming into tonight. Obviously, he just added a run to that last total. As Malcolm up the middle, Simon Sherry stops it and will not make the throw in time to Colin Brigham, but great effort by Simon Sherry at shortstop to try and throw out John Malcolm, but that will be an infield single in the second hit of the evening so far for Rockford. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by 5 Tool Ale, the official beer of the Northwoods League. Look for 5 Tool Ale at Slick League ballparks or find 5 Tool Ale at Festival Food Stores in Wisconsin. Remember to drink responsibly, designated driver, and get home safe. So after the infield single by John Malcolm to lead off the inning, that brings up the catcher Drew Baker. And Lutz goes just outside for ball one. Baker, this season for the Rockford Rivets. Only playing in his second game. He went 0 for 1 at the plate in his first appearance. Takes that one for a strike. Drew Baker made his Northwoods League debut this season against the Traverse City Pittspitters. He played for Rockford last season as well and was pretty solid behind the plate. 30 hits, hit 286, 10 doubles, a home run, 13 RBIs, and was walked 16 times in 31 games played last summer for these Rivets. 2-1 from Lutz. Fouled off. That'll be strike 2. He also was on base, had an on-base percentage of .406 and a slugging percentage of .410. So pretty good season for Drew Baker last summer for these Rockford Rivets that hail from Rockford, Illinois. Making the about 3-hour and 15-minute drive from Rockford up to Wausau for this 2-game set. Full count to Drew Baker, Travis Lutz, and he gets him. Fastball catches the high outside corner. And the first strikeout of the night for Travis Lutz goes to Drew Baker.
All right, Woodchucks fans, it's now time for the Miller Lite beer batter of the game.
And now that brings up the 7-hitter, Carson Roberts. Carson Roberts, the left fielder tonight for the Rivets, takes that cutter in there for strike 1. Playing in his 15th game for the Rivets, Carson Roberts batting .220, 11 hits, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs. And Roberts hits this one foul into the stands. Be a souvenir for a fan over there. And he's down 0-2 to Travis Lutz, with John Malcolm still on base after that leadoff single. 0-2. Takes a curveball inside. And the count's 1-2. He thought about it. Roberts did not come through it, though. Two count. John Malcolm still at first base. The right-handed Lutz. Thrown to the left-handed hitting Carson Roberts. Sherry to Donahoe to Bregeman. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And that will do it here in the top of the second. No damage done Rockford still leads at 1-0 heading into the bottom of the second. This is the Northwoods League Baseball Network. Top of the seventh inning coming your way here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. 3-1 Woodchucks. That's Christian Clack coming out to enter inning number 2 of work for himself, facing off against 4-5-6 for the Rockford Rivets, starting with Matthew Mebin, the Georgia State Southern College product. He takes a swing at that one, fouls it off. The gray pinstripes with the yellow lettering tonight for the Rockford Rivets. Home white pants and the blue tops for the Woodchucks. First opponent the Woodchucks are playing outside of the state of Wisconsin this season. As a 1-2 count to Matthew Mebin from Christian Clack, and a swing and a miss. Clack goes at him with an elevated fastball, and Mebin can't have any of that. That's now 4 strikeouts for Christian Clack and 1 1/3 pitched. 4 strikeouts and only 1 hit. And now he's looking to retire John Malcolm for the first time tonight. Overall for the Woodchucks. Malcolm 2 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. A lot of lefties in this order for the Rockford Rivets. So situationally, makes sense why you bring in a hard-throwing Christian Clack. As he goes outside, 1-1. The UAB Blazer, Christian Clack, to John Malcolm. Fouls it off. It's a 1-2 count. John Malcolm, the Michigan State Spartan. One-two, swing and a miss. And he gets him swinging at a slider. And Christian Clack has picked up his 5th strikeout since entering in the 6th inning. Wow. Christian Clack, have yourself an outing so far. And looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning, to the plate comes Drew Baker, the catcher, who himself has been struck out 2 times tonight. He takes a low pitch for strike 1. And this one is hit over to Simon Sherry at shortstop. 6-3 ends the inning. Throwing time to Colin Bregeman. And that is a 1-2-3 inning behind the arm of Christian Clack and the Woodchucks defense. It's stretch time here at Athletic Park, and we're heading into the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Woodchucks here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th inning coming your way here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. 3-1 lead for the Woodchucks. Tonight game is brought to you in part by 5 Tool Ale, the official beer of the Northwoods League. Look for 5 Tool Ale at select league ballparks or find 5 Tool Ale festival food stores in Wisconsin. Remember to drink responsibly, designate a driver, and get home safe. Leading off for the Woodchucks as we enter in to the Wausau half of the 7th is Simon Sherry. Then it'll be Brady Dragella, and back to the top of the order. And Dalton Pearson. We have some defensive substitutions. Nick DeMarco now in the game for the Rockford Rivets at third base.
The changes there to the 5 spot and the 7 spot.
As first pitch thrown away from Simon Sherry. Matthew Mebin over at first base now, replacing John Malcolm.
The new left fielder is 24. He's a straight change in the 7 spot.
And Simon Sherry hits this one into right center, and Dubon is there to make the grab for out number 1. Braden Duhan been pretty busy in right field tonight. He's made some really nice grabs. And Simon Sherry's retired for the second time. That brings up Brady Jurgella, who is 1 for 2 with a bunt single, as well as a scored run, part of the 2-run frame in the third for Wausau. The right-handed Catrambone to the left-handed hitting Brady Jurgella. 1-1. Or 0-2 rather, fouled off. Jurgella will stay alive. Catrambone, the Western Springs, Illinois native, facing off against the Menasha, Wisconsin native, Brady Jurgella. 0-2. Jurgella takes inside fastball. Jurgella, you've seen him a lot in left and center field. That's actually, in fact, only where you've seen him. For Wausau defensively, takes well inside from the Triton College man, Catrambone. And the count's 2-2. Jurgella with 11 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. 10 runs, make that 11 after today. And that one is outside. And after being down 0-2, Jurgella has himself into a full count against Catrambone with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that one's high. So Jurgella works the count and will be walking over to first base after being down 0-2 to Ben Catrambone. And the offense will somewhat stay alive for the Woodchucks as we welcome Dalton Pearson back to the plate. He's over 3, and it kind of just feels like he's due for one really soon. Dalton Pearson. He could certainly use it. 3-1 lead for Wausau here, 7th inning. Runner on first and Brady Jurgella. Showed bunt, then pulled it back. And took a high fastball for ball 1 from Ben Catrambone. We do have something working in the Wausau and Rockford bullpens currently. 1-0 from Dalton Pearson. Jurgella stealing second. He's going and he's in there. And Jurgella has just stolen his 9th base of this season. So he takes the double play ball out of play here with 1 out. And Jurgella, who's quite the speedster, along with the guy you see at the plate right now, Dalton Pearson. As you were taking a look at that Rockford pitcher in that bullpen, couldn't tell exactly who it was. But Wausau's got some action going on as well. 2-1 coming to Dalton Pearson from Catrambone. And Pearson hits this one into right field. And Brock Moss is going to send Jurgella home. It got past right fielder Braden Duhan. And sliding into second safely is Dalton Pearson.
Single RBI, E9.
RBI single for Dalton Pearson, and the Woodchucks take a 4-1 lead here. Jurgella comes around for his second scored run of the night. And Dalton Pearson advances to second on an E9. And after the RBI single by Dalton Pearson, with only 1 out, brings up Jesse Donahoe, Pearson's Georgia State teammate, who could also use a confidence-boosting hit himself. He had a